Hey everyone, this is Jutika and welcome to your 10th HTML5 tutorial. Today, let's talk about lists. We use a lot of lists in our day-to-day life. To-do lists, grocery lists, wish lists, bucket lists. But we use lists on the web even more, including for things that don't really look like a list. Most of the time, when you see a navigation bar on a page, that's a list of links. Or when you go to pages with lots of photos and headlines to click on to get to more content, they are all lists. In HTML, there are three kinds of lists: unordered lists, order lists, and description lists. These HTML lists allow web developers to group a set of related items in lists. An unordered list is created using the UL element. It is used for grouping a collection of items that do not have a numerical ordering and their order in the list is meaningless. Let's create a simple example of an unordered list. I have opened the same code file that we were working on in the previous tutorials and I am going to be adding the list examples here. But if you are watching this video just for lists or you want to start afresh, then you can create a brand new HTML file as well. Today's code is not affected by any of the previous code that we have on this file. So here we have some food items. To make them into a list, we will wrap each item in a li element. Li stands for list item. You can see the results happening on the right. The browser puts a dot right before each item, but this is not where it ends. Next, we need to wrap the entire group of items in an element that will mark the beginning and end of the whole list, and to tell the browser which kind of list this is. Since it doesn't matter in what order someone reads these ingredients, we can put them in an unordered list. To make an unordered list, we use the UL element. To make our code more readable, we can indent the list items. Indenting is nothing but putting some space before elements. You can put anything, a space or a tab, it doesn't matter. Just put some kind of space so that we can better see the nesting of these list items inside the UL element. This indenting is not required and it doesn't have any effect on how our web page is displayed. It is just for us humans to be able to read the code easily. And I would highly recommend to you all to make it a habit to use indentation for all the elements in your code. Typically, unordered list items are displayed like this with a bullet in the form of a dot. But we don't make an unordered list only if we want it to look like this. We pick it because it's the right choice to convey a meaning that these are some items that don't really have any kind of numerical ordering, but are a part of a list. And then if we want, we can use CSS to totally alter how the list looks. We can put bullets in the form of a circle, square, an image, or even make the bullet completely go away. We can leave the content in a list shape layout, or we can lay it out however we want. This example here on this news website is an incredibly common use of the unordered list to mark up a set of teasers for articles. You can even right-click and inspect the code to see the markup of the list structure. Another thing to note here is that you can even create deeply nested unordered lists. That means you can have multiple unordered lists inside an existing list. To build this nesting, you would first pick a li element in which you want to create another list and create an UL element inside it, and then further create as many li elements inside this UL element. Just make sure that you are putting the opening and closing UL and li tags at the right places. You can also put another list inside this inner list. Let me show that to you quickly. Sometimes this kind of nesting also creates different bullet markers for the nested lists, as you can see in the browser. But it is completely up to the browser you use. Some other browser might render some other kind of bullets. Now let's look at the next kind of list, the ordered list. Ordered lists are very similar to unordered lists. Only instead of wrapping list items with a UL, we use the OL element. OL stands for ordered list, which means there's an order to the items on the list. Let's say we have some instructions in a recipe. So just like we did in the unordered list, we will mark up each instruction as a li element. Next, since we need to follow these recipe instructions step by step in an order, we will need to make this list into an ordered list. So to do that, we will wrap all these list items in one OL element. You can see that the list is now displayed with numbered steps conveying the order. So typically, ordered list items display like this with a preceding number marker. But just like an unordered list, you can change these markers in CSS. Instead of regular numbers, you can have uppercase or lowercase letters or even Roman numerals. These examples are all ordered lists where I have changed the numbering style. And there are many more options for how counting can work in an ordered list. Now, what if I wanted these numbers here to start from, say, number 10 and not by this default number 1? Well, it is possible to do that. If you remember, in my previous videos, we talked about HTML attributes. So we can use the start attribute here. Just write the word start inside the opening OL tag, then an equal to sign, followed by quotes. And then write whatever number you want your list to start from inside these quotes. So in our case, we are writing the value as 10. And you can see in the browser now, the numbering for this list has started from 10. Now, if for some reason you wanted to reverse the order of numbering in a particular list, then you can use the reversed attribute. Let me quickly show it to you by creating another list. And I will now write just the word reversed without any equal to sign or quotes inside the opening OL tag. And you can see in the browser, the list now has reverse numbering. You can even put the reversed attribute here on our previous list example. And you can see the numbering now starts with the number 10 as before, but the numbers ahead are now in descending order. Just like unordered lists, you can also deeply nest ordered lists. Moreover, the nested lists may alternate between OL and UL elements without any restriction. The OL and UL elements both represent a list of items. The only difference is that with the OL element, the order is meaningful. To determine which list to use, try changing the order of the list items. If the meaning changes, use the OL element. Otherwise, you can use the UL element. With unordered and ordered lists, you have list items each wrapped in a li element. But what if you want to make a list that has items and then something to explain or define those items? In such a scenario, we can use the description list. The DL element represents a description list. The element encloses a list of groups of terms specified using the DT element and the description specified by the DD elements. Here we have got a term and a description of that term. So to include them in a list, we could use the description list. Let me show you how to do it. The term or key or the main bit is wrapped in a DT element, which stands for the term or name in a description list. The description value or definition of the preceding term or the DT element is wrapped in a DD element, which describes the term name or has other related text associated with the previous term specified in a description list. Now this whole thing should be wrapped in a DL element to complete our description list. You can have several DT elements in a single description list. Multiple DTs in a row indicate several terms that are all defined by the immediate next DD element. You can also have more than one DD for each DT. And inside a DD tag, you can put paragraphs, line breaks, images, links, and even more lists. You will notice that the DTs and DDs are simply sitting next to each other. There's no wrapper around each set. It's just how a description list works. So there you have it. 3 kinds of lists in HTML. Now let's quickly review. The UL element represents an unordered list of items and is used when the order of items in a list doesn't really matter. It is typically rendered as a bulleted list. The OL element represents an ordered list of items and is used to convey a meaningful order of the items in the list. It is typically rendered as a numbered list. CSS can be used to restyle any list to look very different from the default styling. The DL element represents a description list. It encloses a list of groups of terms specified using the DT element and descriptions provided by the DD elements. And that's it for today. If you would like to have the code for this entire web page, then I have put a link in the description below. So don't forget to check it out. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. This is Jyotika signing off. Until next time, keep learning and keep coding.